Yo, what is up guys? Boris here coming to you guys with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Now today we're going to be taking on the Big Mom Training Forest. This just got announced and it's going to be dropping on Global in the next few days. They went ahead and skipped the Capone Forest for some reason, and this is not a very easy, I mean it's very difficult, it's not very easy. So there are a lot of teams for it, but a lot of them require a lot of legends and things. So this is probably the simplest team I could find for you guys. Only requires an Enel 6 Plus and Corazon 6 Plus. I do believe the Corazon does need to have his limit break to reduce silence on your team by 1 turn. Other than that, the requirements for this are pretty simple. I did get this team from another YouTuber, a Japanese YouTuber, so I'll link him below just for credit. And overall, like I said, requirements not too difficult. You definitely do need though minimum 4 turns of anti-hero removal. So I have level 2 on my Enel, and I have level 1 on my Corazon because they're both fully limit broken. And my friend Enel is actually just the basic friend captain that you get from the game because I literally had 0 Enel friends up. So socket wise, through level 3 despair helps. Although I think you can get away with level 2 if you have 3 turns of despair reduction. So make sure to stall for food at the beginning because you will use Enel here to clear out oven. So that one's really easy. As you can see here, my anti-hero removal comes in clutch. And you have burn, and burn, guys, means every time you hit a perfect, you take damage. So do not hit any perfects when you have a burn debuff, or you will die with this team. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Now Brook here, the first turn you can't damage him, and then the second turn he's going to put up a 6 turns of despair. This is where again Corazon comes clutch. Corazon plays a lot of roles in this team, so that's why I think he's like super necessary. Although I believe on Japan you can replace him with the summer Reiju, I believe. I'm not sure if anyone else can replace him, but he's really important. Again, his limit break reduces 1 turn of special bind, which is really important. His special also gets rid of despair, and it heals you to get that Enel going faster. Amon is there for an HP cut, which is pretty OP at 50%. I believe you could probably get away with a lower percent HP cut, but I just brought her because she's the highest HP cut I had. And then overall, I just go on ahead and skip. Every time you see me skip is because I'm farming for that Enel special. I'm making sure I can heal enough so that I can go into the next room. I think that I healed maybe around 1.6k maybe. Or not 1.6k, sorry. It's 160 out of the 200 when you look at Enel special. Because Japanese use different, the way they describe their numbers is a little bit different. But as you can see here, his Sailor effect for Corazon comes in clutch. And then we go ahead and use Enel on this room to clear everybody. And again, you constantly want to be healing so you can get that Enel special ready to go. And this team, I guess I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but it does have a little bit of RNG. It's not too bad. It really isn't as bad as it looks, but there is a little bit of RNG involved. I'll show you where that comes into play later. But for now, we're going to delay. And because of the 1 turn reduction from Corazon, we just need to stall that 1 turn right there with a Brook. And then we should be able to use Enel the next turn. And then once again, it's just repeat the process. Heal up until you have the Enel special at a comfortable place. Max, again, he can do up to 5 million damage. So it's pretty insane. So here we go. This right here is a Cracker. Now, again, pretty easy. He won't kill you or anything using anything kind of special. So again, just stall on him until you get enough healing. And that's going to be really important because when you defeat him, he's going to revive. Now when he revives, he's going to bring a batch of soldiers with him and then have an increased defense. So normally this would be a really annoying part of the dungeon, but it's actually extremely easy because this is, you can again just use an Enel special here and wipe this whole room. And up to now, everything has been pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. But in the next room, it's going to be when things start to get a little bit more tricky because that RNG that I talked about is going to come into play. So here we have Opera and Smoothie, and if you know about zombie teams, you can't take 2 hits. You can only take 1 hit per turn. If you take 2, you're going to die. So you need to use Shiryu here to take out one of the 2. Fortunately, you should have 2 turns to do this. Yeah, as you can see here, just use Shiryu. With 2 characters and 2 turns, it's a pretty high chance this happens. But if not, then you'll probably have to reset. You can probably actually stall with Brook again as well, so that should give you some more turns. Other than that, I think after the first turn, Opera will burn you for 4 turns. And again, just don't hit perfects when you get burned. And again, if you're maybe a new player, what I mean by use Shiryu is Shiryu has a 20% chance, I think, to take out an enemy on the field. But if you don't, you can actually reset the game, move forward a turn, and your odds reset. So you get another chance at it. So there we took out one enemy. We stalled on the other one, Opera. You can stall on either one, I believe. And then this room is also really tricky, guys, because Sanji, in 3 turns, if you don't kill him, he'll wipe out your whole squad. So you have to kill him in 3 turns. As you can see here, I missed with Shiryu the first turn, I actually missed the second turn, and I missed the third turn. So that's 3 turns you have to kill him. If not, then it's not over yet. You can actually use Amond to cut his HP below 5 million, and then use Enel to finish him off. This is sort of a secondary tactic, but if you ideally would like to take him out with Shiryu, so that there's no more RNG involved. So next up, this room, again, pretty easy. You wipe it with Enel. And otherwise, if you had done Shiryu before, you would have Enel here, but since you don't, you have to again use Shiryu. Now this room is a little bit tricky because you have 2 turns to try it. As you can see here, I miss, and then I'm going to actually miss a second time. So 0 out of 5, that's not too likely to happen. It's actually pretty unlikely to happen. But the reason I say you have 2 turns is because on the second turn, at the end of the second turn, he will actually knock away one of your units. So again, the chance of you not being consistent with this is 0. You have to miss 0 out of the first 5, or you have to miss all first of the 5, and then you have about a 25% chance of getting your Shiryu taken away. So as you can see here, I missed, and I thought I was gonna die, but actually she took out Amond, or Katakuri took out my Amond. That means I'm like, Shiryu is still able to use his ability, and he does this every 2 turns. So you know the time runs out really quickly. But at this point, the dungeon is pretty much over. All you have left is Big Mom, and she really can't do anything to you. So what you want to do here is just stall until you have Shiryu back up, and then keep doing the Shiryu stall until you take her out. And she does burn you, so again, be careful with the burn, not to hit any perfects. And like I said, this is pretty much a straightforward attempt. As long as you have this team, you should be able to do it within, I'd say, within the first 2 or 3 runs or attempts, you should be able to clear it. And again, there's nothing too complicated about it. Just heal in the beginning and then follow all the steps, like I said. And it's pretty straightforward. And yeah, overall, this is the final Trading Forest on Japan. There's no more, so Global is getting the final Trading Forest that Japan has. So it's going to be complicated if you use a non-zombie team. And like I said, they did skip the Capone Forest, so again, they're supposed to get this later, so they kind of got it out of order. But it's still, with this team, should be pretty straightforward, guys. Minimal sockets, you know, minimal limit breaks. Just make sure Core Zone has a limit break. And of course, try to get maybe some cotton candy and stuff on your legends. So now that we cleared the dungeon, guys, the reward is going to be the Big Mom ship. And now this is a very, very powerful ship, especially when we use it with Legend Big Mom herself. And it's really going to be a huge boost to the team. Now remember, Global has the 6+ Big Mom. Japan does not have it yet. So on Global, this ship's going to be even better. And what it does is that it is first off a 1.25 HP booster, so right away really nice. On top of Big Mom's HP boost, you're gonna get this HP boost. It's gonna be really, really good. Now, in order for it to get the attack boost, your captain needs to be driven or a powerhouse captain. And what it does is that it'll boost the attack of red, blue, and green characters by 1.5 times. So that's pretty standard, the same attack boost that most of the ships give. But what sets us apart is that after 3 perfects, it'll boost the attack of all your units, the rest of your 3 hits, by 1.65 times. So after 3 perfects, it's a 1.65 boost. And again, the reason this is so powerful is because with Big Mom teams, most of your damage is going to be in your last 2 to 3 hits. Because Big Mom, she has a special that boosts herself and her friend captain, or if she's in enrage mode, she gets that times 10 or times 12 multiplier, depending on what form it's in. So again, the fact that your first 3 hits are at 1.5 is fine, it's perfectly fine, it's normal. And then on top of that, the fact that your last 3 get a 1.65 makes it really, really powerful. Now on top of that, it also makes the rate of matching orbs boosted. So between Big Mom's ability to make recovery orbs or similar orbs beneficial or matching, it also boosts the natural rate of matching orbs with the ship. And so overall, again, this is a really, really powerful ship, better than anything else that you're going to be able to use with Big Mom. And finally, if you notice, there actually is a special on the ship. The special will actually change the bottom right character's orb into a recovery orb, and this is really the highlight of the ship. Big Mom's main problem is that it's sometimes tough to manipulate what form she's going to be in. The ship now allows you to do this every 6 turns. So every 6 turns, you have the ability to manipulate what the next turn of Big Mom's going to be. Is she going to go into Enrage? Is she not going to go into Enrage? So overall, really powerful ship. Definitely worth picking up. Definitely worth doing, especially if, again, if you did manage to pull Big Mom on Global, seeing as how she has her 6+. Hopefully this guide helped, guys, and until next time, peace.